Hey everyone! With the free weekend causing an influx of new players, the game's starting to become balanced, and there not being a lot of friends vs friends guides out there, I thought I'd give you guys a quick rundown of how to build your deck. As a highly skilled FVF player who has abandoned all his IRL responsibilities and relationships to grind out this game, here's some advice. Building your deck is going to depend a bit on what character you choose, but honestly most decks will work pretty well on a lot of characters. Alright, let's first do a quick overview of what each character does. Moose gets a permanent double jump, insanely powerful if you have good movement, super underwhelming if you don't. Donnie, plus 30 max HP. Sable starts with Katana. The Katana did get nerfed pretty badly recently, so I wouldn't recommend Sable at the moment. Doug Anderson gets a bit of weed every round that acts as a mini medkit, letting him heal 40 HP when used. Stevie Gull starts with the Golden Boira. Compared to the regular Boira, the Golden Boira has plus 2 damage, plus 4 ammo, a lot less fall-off damage at long range, and a bit better accuracy / recoil. Gull has been unofficially claimed the best character in the game, and if you see someone playing him, there's a 96% chance they're a sweat who's gonna burst you down before you can say, "Is this a scam?" Little Lars also got nerfed heavily recently. He used to get 90% explosive resist, which made him too strong for his own good, but now it's reduced to 40%, which frankly makes him useless. Newton increased accuracy by 55%. Super good if you know how to aim, as you'll hit every shot. Spike, plus 12% damage, pairs well with weapon cards. Mick starts with the Brass Hopper. Some people hate the Brass Hopper, some people love it. That beach outfit is undeniably just straight fire though. Also, all characters starting with a weapon, which is Sable, Stevie, and Mick, start with the max level version of that weapon, which is good to know. Haru, plus 15% movement speed. Alright, now let's get into the exciting part. When building your deck, there's only one thing you gotta consider. Will I have fun playing this? Having fun is the main point of the game, and you should use what you find fun to use. However, if you do want a competitive deck, you should have 25 cards in it, and preferably 50 points, but if you have like 49, it's no big deal. You want to build your deck to have strong combos that can win you rounds, having gap closers to get close to your enemy so you can use powerful close range cards on them, or to distance yourself from the enemy, and you want a metric ton of counter cards. And no, I don't mean the card called counter, I mean cards that can ruin your opponent's combos. So let's go through every single card in the game, and afterwards I'll show you the decks I run. Alright, so let's try to speed through this. Let's talk about Big Head first. Big Head is really good on its own, and it also has some good combos with Mind Blowing, because it makes the brain bigger so you can easily one-shot someone, and it also combos well with like Leica, Shotgun, Sniper, Steel Bullets, like you'll just burst people down when they have a big head. Small Head is a nice counter to Big Head, but overall, Small Head is kind of mediocre. Not a huge fan, but it's decent. It competes a lot with some other 1-point costs that are just a lot better. Health down is pretty good. I like using it right like when someone's already low. If they're like 50 HP, I use health down and drop them by 38, so then they're just one shot for me, and it's just really powerful. Like you pop health down and shoot at the same time, and they're just instantly dead, and they can't really react to it or use cards, so that's good. Health up, also pretty good. Often I prefer debuffs over buffs, but health up is also good. It just doesn't have as much of that surprise factor as health down does. Move slower and move faster got nerfed kinda hard recently. I don't feel like they're as good anymore. Move faster is good for closing a gap on someone or juking. Move slower is good for, again, just outpacing someone or for making them easier to hit, but I'm not as huge a fan of these anymore. Double jump is good to counter no jump, but otherwise it's not used much. If someone no jumps you and then you use double jump overrides the no jump and still gives you a double jump. That also works the opposite way though, so if you double jump and then someone uses no jump, then you now have 0 jumps. Whichever one is played last takes effect. That's good to keep in mind. No jump is just very oppressive on some maps, like Island or Trucks. Like the opponent can just lock you into a small area and roll up on you, take the high ground. You're super easy to hit. It's a bad time. No jump is also good on other maps, just because it makes you easy to hit. But yeah, definitely run it. Boomstick, god tier weapon. It two shots people if you get decent shots on them. Might even one shot if you get all headshots with like steel bullets or something. Really good. I would definitely recommend pulling it out as you're in someone's face, not just pulling it out at the start of the round. Something important to note for weapons too is that whenever you pull out a weapon, whether it's using a weapon card, weapon swap, akimbo, whatever you do, if you get a new weapon, that weapon gets a full magazine. If the opponent just emptied the FK mag on you, and then you weapon swap, that FK you get now has full ammo. It's good to know. If someone like double slow reloads you, you just empty your Boira mag in them, then you pull out another weapon and empty that into them. You never have to reload. Really good. I do often recommend just shooting someone, like shooting off your entire Boira mag before swapping to a weapon, just so you're not wasting that ammo, like wasting that reload. Um, Albatross also really good. Some people are trash with it, some people are godly with it. People who are godly with it will just delete me in like 1.5 seconds. I never stand a chance. So yeah, no scoping or even like quick scoping in this game at close range is also super powerful, so it doesn't even have that much of a disadvantage in close range. Less accuracy? Less accuracy is good for long range fights, like potentially across rooftops, across subway. It's pretty good if you do like nuke and less accuracy and then just outpace them. They won't be able to hit most of their shots. It's pretty good. More accuracy is decent on the Boira, but you really want to use it with like the Grasshopper or the FK, maybe even the shotgun. Just because it'll turn like Grasshopper and FK into killing machines, so I love that. Rubber bullets and steel bullets are both pretty good. Rubber bullets is nice also if you have healing, because the opponent will do less damage to you, and then once they do get you low, you can pop a medkit, and it's just a lot for them to chew through. Steel bullets are also good if you have like a strong weapon out. If you're playing like Stevie with the golden barrier, steel bullets just tear through people. Let me actually switch to my Stevie deck as we go through this. Okay. Um, Small mag and big mag, I'm not a huge fan of. Again, like usually prefer the debuffs over the buffs, but small mag used to be pretty good. It still is decent, but I prefer slow reload over small mag. So yeah. Grasshopper is not great. It's not really that much better than just the regular Boira, unless you're like Newton and you have accuracy. Or like if you use Grasshopper and accuracy together, it becomes pretty good. Or if you have poison bullets, because Grasshopper tears through people with those. Leica is kind of similar to the sniper, just a bit easier to hit shots, but hit a little less hard, but it does really well. I like it. Very powerful gun. Medkit is just completely busted. It gives you 100 HP, that's just crazy. It lets you like win entire fights. Invisible health is kind of shitty. I wouldn't recommend. Invisible hand, kind of hit or miss. The opponent not being able to see their cards is very good for you, but also a lot of people do memorize where their cards are in the deck or have a general idea, so then they can still navigate to them and use them, even if they have Invisible Hand. Because Invisible Hand doesn't shuffle up your hand, it just makes the cards invisible. It is really good together with a Garbage Day, though, putting a bunch of trash cards in the opponent's hand. So that's like a very powerful combo. The FK is pretty good. It's like a little bit stronger than the regular Boira, like slightly stronger than the Golden Boira maybe. But it really has like a big magazine. And if you get like accuracy together with it, again with like Newton or the accuracy card, it just shreds. Again, with this one, I especially recommend emptying your Boira mag and then switching to this, just to save a reload, like get extra bullets in. Bullet time doesn't look that great on the surface, but it's actually really good. On its own, the only real use for it is you wait for the opponent to reload and then you pop bullet time so you can shoot them and they can't shoot back. Like you get in a firefight with them, just use your shots sparingly so you have ammo left whenever they reload. It's pretty good. The real power from it though comes from combos. Like there's the classic mind-blowing bullet time. Just make it easy to shoot an opponent's brain and one-shot them. It's good with light gas, sniper. It's surprisingly good together with Akimbo. Like even just Akimbo Boiras or Golden Boiras, the bullet time will let you absolutely delete someone because you get double the fire rate and you also get a little damage buff, and then the bullet time lets you hit every shot. Especially if you do big head or something, they're just so dead. I've done Akimbo, Golden Boira, bullet time, and I've deleted people who were at full health, even though they also used a health up and a med kit while I was bursting them down. Like, it's so strong. Poison does 25 damage total, which is decent. A good utility of it too is that you can see the damage markers, so you can locate where the opponent is. I definitely do recommend using it in that way, rather than just popping it at the start of the game to get 25 damage. Vampire Bullets, kinda overrated. I kind of feel like Health Up is a better version of Vampire Bullets, and Health Up is only 2 cost. It gives you 30% of the damage dealt back, which if you have a 150 HP opponent, that's 45 health you get back, which isn't a lot, and that's assuming you don't, like, try to heal while you're already at full health with Vampire Bullets, or assuming that the opponent doesn't kill you before you can get a bunch of damage in on them. So just, If the opponent uses a lot of healing cards like Medkit and Health Up and stuff, Vampire Bullets is decent, but you don't usually know when they're gonna heal. Energy drink, it doesn't look the greatest on the surface, but it's actually super good. Most people think it just speeds you up, which it does. It gives you 40% movement speed, but it also gives you accuracy and reload speed for 8 seconds. And it actually makes it really clutch. Like on its own, if you're just in a 1v1, popping this so you can juke around with the movement speed, hit every shot with the accuracy, and reload quickly, like it can really turn the fight. It's also super good to use as a gap closer with the movement speed. And also the accuracy buff is super good too if you pull out an FK or Grasshopper, shotgun, something. Like it's just, it has a lot of utility. Helmet is kind of like Smallhead, just different. I kind of like Helmet better, although it also does cost more. Opponents only do like 2 damage or something when they shoot your head. It can be very powerful if you're like at rooftops behind cover and there's just only your helmet showing. So you can do full damage on the opponents, but they can only do like 10% damage to you. It's kind of a boring playstyle, but it's effective, I guess. It's also good if they just like big head you, take out snipers, whatever. CA turret, very powerful. It's all about where you position it in the map. Like putting it on top of the rocks or even like in a tree on island is just super powerful. On a map like Subway, it might not be as powerful. The opponent can just like not go near it, or they can shoot it from a distance. But I like it. It's also good for telling you like if you're searching for an opponent, you might have put a turret down in one spot of the map, and it kind of acts like a radar by shooting it whenever the opponent gets near. Titan, I believe it gives you 75% damage reduction and 70% damage increase, which is really good. You don't take as much damage, although you are huge, which means you'll probably still be taking a lot of damage. But the damage bonus you get to opponents is so insane. 70% extra damage means you're just gonna burst down anyone you see. It's really powerful, especially on like island or a rooftop or something where you can like easily flank the opponent. They can't get away from you. Titan is really good. On Subway or something, Subway Theater, it's not the best, but you could nuke the map and then do Titan, which is really good. Poison bullets, kinda like steel bullets. I think steel bullets do slightly more damage if you're using like a Boira, Golden Boira. But poison bullets, let's see, they do 4 HP total for each bullet hit. That's pretty good, just on its own, but if you use it with a Grasshopper, FK, or shotgun, that poison just adds up quick. Like, you just delete people. Especially, like, the Grasshopper. It doesn't have that much damage on its own, but with this, it does 4 extra damage per shot. You just stack up poison on enemies so quickly, and they just die so quickly. It's very popular. Bomb has gotten nerfed so hard. It only does 70 HP at max damage, and that's just not really worth it to me. I wouldn't recommend it. Maybe with bigger explosions, but yeah. 10 man, it's kind of expensive at a 4-point cost, but it is pretty good. So if you can fit it in your deck, it's pretty good to run. But depends what other cards you want to run. I'd rather run like Titan or something. Wall is just kind of useless. The only use for it is when people do Heartless and then put a wall on top of the heart so it can't be shot. It can still be hit by area damage and such, but it's a pretty good combo. Some people see it as pretty scummy though. Bomb Belt, again, I don't like bombs. Bomb Belt is like just more cost and you signal to the opponent that you're about to throw bombs at them, which I don't like, but yeah. Garbage Day on its own is just absolutely trash. The only one combo it has is with Invisible Hand. With Invisible Hand Garbage Day, that is actually a really solid combo. Ice Block, I slept on this for a while, but it's actually really good. You can just counter a lot of things like mind blowing, self destructs, potatoes, sticky bombs, like just any like high damage you just tank. So that's really good. You can also do some kind of cool techs with Ice Block. The first bullet you shoot breaks the Ice Block, but it doesn't hit anyone. So your first bullet won't hit the opponent. But you can do some cool techs like shooting your Boira to break the ice and then instantly swapping to another weapon, like a shotgun, and then just like firing the opponent down immediately. It's really powerful. I'm actually going to show a clip of that. I have an idea. I have one idea.
What idea is it?
Alright, so moving on. Smoke Bomb. Smoke Bomb is decent. It's kind of hard for me to explain how you should use it. I do have a friend who got a really nice Smoke Bomb clip the other day, so I'll show that. But yeah, Smoke Bomb is decent. I wouldn't say it's a great card, but you can get some good use of it out of it sometimes if you're good with it. Flash Bomb, not a huge fan. It's not too consistent, so I wouldn't use it. Landmine is pretty good. Most people use it by just dropping it like at the opponent's feet and shooting it while like backing up. It does have pretty big radius, so you might often end up hitting yourself, but it's usually a worthy trade you can usually get out of it. It's pretty good. I do think it's underestimated as used as an actual landmine. Like if you're in a 2v2 and you put down a landmine in your spawn near the start, and then you spend 30 seconds fighting the opponent and running around the map, eventually an opponent is going to step on that landmine because they completely forgot that you played it at the very start of the round. So it's pretty good. Bear trap, it's really satisfying just getting all headshots on people who step in a bear trap, but it's kind of situational. It's not the best. It's just kind of lucky if you get an opponent to go in it. Landmine is definitely better. Invisible, kind of trash, gotta be honest. I'm not a big fan of it. It's just a lot of points, like 3-point cost, just to go invisible for, I think it's for 10 seconds. Yeah. Like, it's a gap closer so you can get onto the opponent. You can do a surprise attack with, like, a sticky bomb or a shotgun, but I think there's better cards for it. I think Ninja Smoke is better than Invisible. We'll get to that one. Mind Blowing, good with Big Head, good with Bullet Time. Can one-shot opponents, really powerful. Yeah, on its own, unless you have really good aim, I wouldn't use it because you're just gonna end up trying to shoot the brain and missing, and the opponent's gonna be shooting your body, and you're just gonna end up being at a disadvantage. A counter to Mind Blowing that doesn't even require any cards is the brain always stays right above your head. So if you look into the sky, then the top of your head is now behind you, which means your brain is behind you and blocked by your body. And then if you wiggle your head back and forth a little, just so the brain keeps like moving around a bit, make it even harder for the opponent to shoot it, that's just a really good counter. You can also if you go close to a wall and you just like look straight into the ground, into the wall, then the brain goes inside the wall and can't be shot. It's kind of funny. Heartless, I'm not personally a huge fan. It's only good with combos if you put a wall on top of it so it can't be shot. It can still be hit by area damage, but It's good if you nuke together with it, but it does slow you down, which means a lot of people can outrun you or like out-juke you while you're losing HP, but it's just up to you how you use it. Berserker is really good together with Heartless. Golden Warrior, it's really good on Stevie, but as a card, I wouldn't really recommend it. Just a lot for a 2-point card. It's just a small upgrade to the Boira. It can be good just sort of as a free reload. Again, emptying your Boira and then pulling out the Golden Boira. But yeah. Sticky Bomb is really good. I really like it. It's a better bomb because it does like 30 more damage. It sticks to whatever surface it hits, which I found really useful, and it explodes a lot faster than the bomb does. So it's just nice. Puncher, it's decent. I don't really use it a lot. It's not really my playstyle. If someone plays thick skin, you're absolutely screwed with the puncher, but it's decent. Toxic Bomb just sucks. Some people use it as a smoke bomb. It does a bit of damage to opponents, but I don't like it. Katana, again, Katana got nerfed really hard recently, so it's not great. Swap weapons is super good. I really like it. Just weapons are really good in the game, and being able to just do an Uno reverse on the opponent is super powerful. In 2v2, it's not as good because I think how it prioritizes is it'll take any gun that's not a Boira, like it'll prioritize any gun that's not the regular Boira, but it'll take whichever gun was played first. Which means if you have a Newton and a Mick on a team, and the Newton pulls out a shotgun, if you swap weapons, it's gonna take the Mick's Brasshopper, because Mick had that Brasshopper before Newton had their shotgun. So that's something to keep in mind. But in 1v1, it's like godly. MC Mag, I'm not a big fan of. It can counter like mind-blowing bullet time. It can counter Akimbo, but yeah. It's good with slow reload, I guess, but not that good. Kabuma. Kabuma is bugged right now, so it like barely, like it doesn't really shoot very much. It's really bad right now. When it's not bugged, I'd say it's still kind of bad though. I think the CA turret is way better. It's usable though. I guess you can do double turrets. That's kind of fun. Counter card. It's not great because most people know that you played a counter card and are just gonna use a weak card to get the counter card away. Mirror card is even worse because you don't know what you're mirroring or when you're doing it. So someone throws like a sticky bomb and you're looking at a wall and you throw a sticky bomb with the mirror card and then you're dead. Or someone does like a 2-card combo and you only copy half the combo, which doesn't do you all that much good. So, eh. Love letter is just kind of memey. It can be useful in some situations, but mostly just a meme. It's a fun meme though. Can be good with bopped cards or something, but yeah. Ninja Lock, good gap closer. I have more 1-point card gap closers that I like, but Ninja Lock is definitely a solid one. Self-destruct is just really busted. It does 200 HP. It has a 6-meter radius, which is like insanely big in game. Like you hit people from so far away. It's just so good. Way too good. It's kind of scummy. It's like you're up on a round like 2-1, and then you just self-destruct to get the win. Or if the opponent uses like 10 cards, then you can just self-destruct to kill them, and it's just like a tie. Karatov is decent. It actually counters Heartless and Tin Man because Heartless and Tin Man still take poison and fire damage, which is kind of surprising, but it's really good. Like you throw a Karatov on a Heartless or Tin Man person, and it does work. It's also really good just if you get throwing angles lined up right on different maps, like trucks or something, you can get really good use out of it, but that takes practice. Parley kind of sucks. I don't like it. It's like it's a gap closer, but for 3 points, it's really expensive. It can also be used to tank potatoes or mines or something, but again, just I don't like it. It's way better alternatives. Barbed cards used to be really powerful. It still is fairly powerful, but it's just up to you if you want to use it. Doesn't really have too many combos. Pixel vision is shitty, except if you're playing against an opponent with really bad vision, in which case it might be good, but that's kind of sad. It's good at long range. It gets really hard seeing people at long range, but and together with invisibility, like they just could not see you at all, but I don't think it's that useful. Predator vision is decent. I'd rather just use the poison, where it does 25 damage and shows what the opponent does, but yeah. Phantom Bullets, I mean, that's kind of the combo of Predator Vision, Phantom Bullets, but it's nowhere near as good as it sounds. Like shooting people through walls, it only lasts for 5 seconds, and it's kind of hard to hit them. You'll only do a little damage. I don't like it. Plus, this is a 3-point cost. It's just Phantom Bullets. I really don't like it. I think it's bad. Predator Vision is mediocre. Bomb Lover is really bad too. Like I don't even want to talk about Bomb Lover. The bombs do like 30 damage max, which is just really horrible. But you can use it with like if someone garbage days you or you use lottery or something. But I hate it. Bigger explosions. Big explosions is good with like a sticky bomb or something, make it a one shot. I like it. I like using it with sticky bomb. Thick skin just counter like self-destructs as well as potatoes and sticky bombs and stuff. That's good. Extra cards is like a must run. At level 1, it gives you 1 extra card, which it's basically lowers your deck size to 24 because you're using 1 card to draw another card. If you level it up to level 2, you get 2 cards, which is just even better. Really good. Definitely run. If you have it, run it, run it, run it, run it, run it. Card Profaner used to be absolutely busted. Best card in the game. Could not beat it no matter what you had. So good. It got nerfed a bit, so now it only gives you 2 random cards that you've used throughout the match. So if you get it like first round, you can like kind of guarantee what cards you get back by using Profaner. Otherwise, it's kind of random, but getting 2 cards back for a 4-point cost, I think that's pretty solid. Card Thief, also like a must run. It's basically Mirror and Counter combined into one. Counter, because you take a card away from the opponent, so they can't use it. Mirror, because you get to use that card yourself. And you choose when to use it, or if you want to wait until you get a combo for it or something, unlike Mirror that just uses it instantly. Lottery ticket, kind of like a discount extra cards. I think it's like a 60% chance of you getting 1 extra card from it. But of course, there's also just chances of you getting 0 or 5 cards, so it's kind of luck of the draw, but it's pretty good. Not a must run, but it's good. You do have to sort through the cards at the start of the game, though, if you pop it, so that's kind of annoying. Hot Potato, I wouldn't say it's great. I mean, it's good with barbed cards. It's good with bigger explosions, but yeah. Slow reload. I'm actually surprised I don't have slow reload in here, but it's really good. Just you can burst people down while they're reloading. If you use 2 of them, then they have a 20-second reload, which is kind of rude. Oh, also, of course, Snail card art, best card in the game. We love this little fella. He's so cute, and all his slime. Again, buff cards, I just don't find this as good. Quick reload, I don't really like it. Silent Steps and Clown Shoes are like just the worst cards in the game. And Clown Shoes makes people rage because it's so loud and annoying. But yeah, just don't use them. Also, you can just like sneak to get Silent Steps without using the card. And you can sneak to counter Clown Shoes. It's like, eh. Akimbo is super powerful. I would definitely use it. It's good with like shotgun or sniper. You just like one-shot people, but even with the other guns, like Boiras or Lycas or something, and you do bullet time, God, you're just destroying people instantly. Without bullet time, it's also just really good. I would use it. Disarm, kind of like weapon swap, slightly worse probably, but really good. Especially in 2v2, you're disarming both the opponents. Really good. Weapons are super good in the game, and being able to swap or disarm them is good. Bounty wall, exact same story as the regular wall. It doesn't even really reflect bullets. It doesn't work very well. Ninja smoke is really good. It's just, I'd say, honestly, better version of invisibility because it only has 1 cost and it gives you a movement speed buff. It's really easy to just pop this and run up behind someone or just like close the distance on them and surprise attack them with a sticky bomb or shotgun or something. Berserker, good with Heartless. Kind of funny to use if you have a sniper and Berserker because then you can one-shot people in the face, but it's not a great card, I wouldn't say. You could also use it with like 10 mana painkillers or something, but yeah. Painkillers, I don't see a lot of people run this, probably also because it sometimes bugs the game, but it's a decent card. It lets you, some people don't understand how it works. It doesn't stop you from taking damage, it just stops you from dying. So you want to pop it when you're at like 20 health, and then if someone shoots at you, you'll be brought down to 0 health, but you won't die for as long as painkillers is active. And you can actually heal up after using painkillers. So like you have 1 second left on painkillers and you're at 0 health, but you use a medkit to jump back up to 100 health. That's pretty powerful. Alright, those all the cards. That took kind of a while, but I hope that helped. Here's my Stevie deck here on the side if you just want to look at it. Not too weapon heavy. I think we only have Boomstick, Akimbo, and swap weapons. That's why Stevie starts with good weapons, but yeah, it's a really solid deck. I like it. I also have a Newton deck, which actually my Newton deck, I kind of use it for all the characters. Like I use it for Moose, Donnie, Duck, DJ, Spike, and Haru. Just because it works pretty well on all of them. Just like Stevie, I have my own deck for, and Mick or Sable, I might make a deck specifically for if I use them. I don't play Lars though. Just I have bad history with Lars, so that's the reason I don't play him. Yeah, okay. And then my Newton deck, it's pretty similar to the gold deck, honestly. It has an FK in here. But yeah, it's good. It's good. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I'll see you later.